It is Daily D here. In this video, we're gonna be wrapping up season 6. For those who didn't see what actually went on this season, so we're just gonna be looking at the three cup competitions that were involved in. So without any further ado, let's start with the cup competition. As you can see here in the cup competition, in the first round of this competition, we won the both legs by an aggregate scoreline of 7 goals to 2. And then we went on to the round of 32 where we failed to score in both legs. I mean, we had a chance to really go forward in this competition, but we failed to score in both legs there. That was very, very disappointing as I had high hopes for this. Let's fast forward here and see who won the competition, and of course the prize money of this competition of 12.8 million. As you can see, we failed to come to even go further in this competition. For me personally, it was very disappointing. After all the signings that we have done, now let's look at the Champions League. Now looking at the Champions League, as you can see in the group stage here, after 6 games played, we scored 14 goals in the process and allowed 5 with an aggregate scoreline of +9. We had the best uh, defense and the best attacking going forward, but we failed to even go to even win the group stage of this competition. That was very disappointing, but I didn't mind that much since we already qualified for the round of 16. That was my goal, to qualify for the round of 16. We were able to go through to the round of 16. As you can see, we won both legs by a scoreline of 6-3. I was happy, really happy with that. And then we went to the quarterfinals where our journey again ended in the quarterfinals. I think it was premature to even go out of this competition at this stage. I was hoping to go even to the final in this one, but that was very disappointing. It's been a very disappointing season to say the least. But let's just look at who won the competition. For Zamo FC, won a reward of 25.6 mil. I mean, that should have been us collecting that prize money. It could have gone a long way for our next season. Hopefully, next season we can do much better. Now let's look at the league here. We're gonna start at the bottom of the league here. The team that's at the very bottom, Boca Sport, we drew a game against this team. That was very, very disappointing. I think it was one of the crucial games of our season. We should have won that game for sure, but that did not happen. I was really, really disappointed with that result, to say the least. I think we did pretty much well in other competition, in other games in this one, but we failed to win the league again. I think this is twice in a row where we haven't won a major competition, which is very, very disappointing. I had high hopes for this season. After all the signings, like I mentioned before, I mean, we pretty much changed the whole first team with our signings, but we failed to even win a competition in this one. I'm really, really disappointed. I think our crucial game of the season was this one against Fenerbahce. If I had to pick one, I think it will be against Fenerbahce. As you can see, we lost this game by 2 goals to 0. As you can see here, the highlights, we failed to score in this game. That was very, very disappointing. Really, really not happy with team performance in this one. We failed to score. We beat this team before. I wonder why we failed to win this game. I think if we had won this game, we could have really won the competition, the whole thing. I think by this time in the group, in the table, we're sitting first. I think we're 2 points up in the league, and then we failed to win this game. For me personally, if I had to choose one game that really defined our season, it was this one. Our second most defining fixture of the season will be this one against Sari FC. We failed to beat this team all season. They collected 6 points against us this season. That was a very, very disappointing game for me. I think if we have won this game as well, we could have really put us maybe 6 points up. We could have won the league by at least 6 points or more, but that did not happen. I was really, really disappointed to even lose against this team twice. Now we're coming back to the table here. As you can see, after playing 26 games, we won 22 games in the process. We drew one and we lost 3 games. That the 3 games is against Sari FC. We lost against that team twice, as I've mentioned before, and then we lost against Fenerbahce. That was the third game that we lost this season. That was very disappointing. I was expecting at least a draw or 3 points in those games, but that did not happen. As you can see, we're able to win. We're able to score 107 goals in the process. We consider 16, and we have a 91 plus goal difference. I think the second team to even come close is Fenerbahce with plus 71 goals. That makes a difference of plus 20. I think that's a very big difference. I think for any team to score this many goals in one season, or to even concede this much, and have this much goal difference, I think that just speaks volumes of the team. I think the team played well overall, but the team just did not perform in crucial matches that we should have got at least 1 point, or even go ahead and win those games. But that's very disappointing. It's twice in a row we play for second place. The season before and this season we have played for second place, which is very disappointing. Hopefully season 7 will be much better. Continuing on with the theme here, I think as you can see, that's the first team right there. That I think everybody is more like 7 stars, except one player that's even close to 7 stars. I think if this guy was 7 stars, I think the team would be in much better shape. But other than that, I think the team was very good. I mean, in terms of quality, the team was very good, but it just not come through. I think the first team especially did not perform when it needed to, and our two formations that I was really using this season was the 4-2-3-1 formation. I think I used it more like the same, but our next one was the 4-2-2-2 formation. As you can see here, I need to put like a striker for this one to make it like so. But I think for next season 6, I would like you guys to really put down your comments down below and like suggest what formations you want me to use during the games. I think I need to like introduce what like when you look at the videos, that when I show you guys the videos what towards the end when it says our next fixture, and then you say blah 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 what team it is, and then I'll show you the formation and stuff. I think when you guys, I would like you guys for to look at that and suggest what formation would you like me to use. I think for my favorites two are these two. So I like to try some more stuff, and it would be great if you guys can contribute towards that. Like suggest what formations you want me to use for season 7. That would be really great. Now let's look at the tactics of the game here. I know most people have been asking me what tactics do I use in terms of attack and defense. For me, it's just right here. As you can see, team mentality. I prefer hard attacking. That's what I've been doing all along ever since I think ever since I started playing this game, and focus passing. Most of the time, I like to use both flanks. Depending on the team I play with, sometimes it allows me to use maybe go through the middle, but most of the time I just use both flanks. I think it stretches the other team's defense, so to leave a little more space to score goals. As you can see, we scored 107 goals this season. I think it's a testament of how attacking, like going forward, the team was. As you can see, the passing style, I prefer short. For me, I think it it helps the team keep more possession of the ball, but sometimes that really doesn't matter as long as you don't score. It really doesn't matter. I think sometimes just holding on to the ball has nothing to do with how the team performs and stuff, but it's good to have it. As you can see here, short passes are more secure and help with keeping possession, while long passes are riskier than but can provide good attacking opportunities. So I think for next season, I think I need to mix it up a little bit. Maybe in some games just go mixed, and sometimes and just go long. And depending on what team I play and how I feel about the game, force counter attacks. I just leave that on as well. So you guys, I think you've seen enough of this, but I think I need to put it on in some videos for those who don't want to know, for those who haven't checked some of the videos that I have posted this in. So as you look at the defense here, pressing style, I prefer high, of course, and then of course there's low, depending on how you want it. But for me, I just prefer to keep it as high. And then tackling style, I prefer normal, as for the reasons I explained before. As you can see, harder tackling will result in stopping more of your opponent's plays, but could generate more fouls and blockings. So I don't want that. As you know, in this game, you can easily get more fouls in this game than you would think, and red cards for sure. So I just prefer to do it normal. And then for marking style, I just choose zonal. As you can see here, it says using man-to-man style will give you a defensive boost, but will tire out your players even more. So it's not really recommended depending on how you feel about the game. But zonal, I think it works much better. But I think for next season, we need to try a little bit more variety of stuff. We need to mix these things up a little bit and see where we go from there. As you can see, the offside trap, I leave that on as well. Is there more to say about that? No, we're just gonna leave it like that. Now that we have looked at the aspects of this game and how the season went so far, I think it's important that we look at our finances and see how well we did in this area. As you can see, for today, in the last under the income, uh, the investment for the season, I made 2.15 mil right there. As you can see, is like I didn't buy that money or anything. I just went here, and then it will give you free, and then you just click right there, and then you say, as you can say, it say hold on while searching for rewards videos. But after that, it will give you a certain amount of money. I think for me it was like 1 point something mil per video. But that's where the 2.15 mil came from. For ticket sales for today, I think we're playing away. I think we're playing away in this game. We made 3.4 mil for the season total of 209 mil. For sponsorship, 5.48 mil. And then the season total comes to 152 mil. Competition prizes for today only for playing that league match, our final league match of the season. I think 1.59 mil. I think that's for all 26 games that we have played in the league. You get 1.5 1.59 mil per game, either you're playing away or at home. I think the price go up, well, counting the ticket sales as well when you're playing at home with a full stadium. But that amount for the season comes to 242 mil. I think that 242 mil, it consists of last season's second place finish. That was maybe like 100 and something mil for that one. So if you do subtract that, you see how much in competition prizes we make this season. I think we'll come up to maybe at least 120, maybe 130, 30 mil or so. And then for transfers out this season, as you can see today, I did not make any signings, but for the whole total of the season, we sold a combined of 767 million, which is not bad. We almost, if we, once you get to the expenses side, you'll see how much of money we spend on transfers in. But look at the merchandise for today. We made 1.3 mil. and for the whole season, 74.1 million in merchandise. And now our total income for the day, counting all the gifts that we got for today and the sponsorships money or all that stuff, we 11.1, 11.9. Why am I talking about 11.1? It's 11.1 million, and our total for the season is 1.44 billion, right there. So I think it was a good season, if you look at it in those terms. And then we'll look at the expensive side of the game here. Player wages for today was 8.48 million. I think the prices went up. That figure went up due to the signings that we made. The Due to the signings that we made in the season, that's a combined total of 273 million in player wages this season. I think that's a lot of money, if you ask me. But in the transfers in department, as you can see today, we did not make any transfers. I think I don't really make any transfers after the halfway of the season. I think it's just a waste of tokens and a waste of money. I encourage you guys not to do it because the player that you're gonna buy is not gonna grow much faster, or he's not gonna become what you want that player to become. As long as you're not cheating the game, that's what I suggest. Do not buy players after you go until halfway of the season because it really doesn't help you that much. Maybe you might need it in some cases. It depends on how you feel about your team and stuff. But for me, I recommend you don't buy players after halfway of the season. As you can see here, transfers in, we spent a total of 946 million. I think that's a whole lot of money. We just a short change of a billion spent on transfers. I think that's a really, really, really a lot of money to spend on players in. But you can understand why top 11 players are expensive. They get even more expensive as you go up a level. As you can see here, player bonuses, the win bonuses that I paid to players for today, for winning that league, that final league match day. I think I paid 3.75 mil. I think that's a whole lot of money to pay for players just for them to win a match. But you need to boost the morale of your players if you want to win. For the total season, we've spent 128 mil. I think that's a whole lot of shebang to spend on players just for them to win you a game. But it's necessary. Our total expenses for the season for the day, as you can see, is 12.2 mil. And for the season, we spent a total of 1.34 billion. I think that's a whole lot of shebang. Now let's look at under the summary here. Today we lost 316,000. For the season we had a profit of 101 million. That's enough for you to buy you one player, one semi good player, I would say, which is not bad. I was expecting to record a loss this time around, but I sold a lot of players in the process as well. I think that helped us out even more in that department. Our current balance as we end season six is 2.41 billion. If you click here, you can just see. As you click right here, we can just see the whole amount here, right here. As I was talking before, when you the 2 point something mil in the sponsorship department, for me, like if you click right there, maybe let's just do it and see what happens. You see, you watch this video right now. You just go on for maybe like 30 seconds or so, but it's not really important. That's just to show you guys what it is. Like if you wanna make money, if you cannot buy money out of top 11, this is another way for you get a little bit of money. You can do this every day. It adds up. That's for sure. If you do it a day, probably if you do it 10 times per day and multiply that by the number of games you have to, the number of days that in the season. That's 28, and then you multiply that by 10. You see how much money you can make. For me right now, I make 1.7 1.07 mil per video. So as you can see, our income, our final number of the season right there has rose up by 1.05 mil right there. I think I mentioned before like the player bonuses and stuff. I think I should just put it in this video so that you guys can see everything. As you can see here under the league, when I click right there, you say we win bonuses. You can raise this number as much as you want. You kind of boost the team's morale while going to games because everybody wants money, right? So if you boost that by how much you can afford, really, it will help your team perform even better. For me right now, I just like to leave it at where was it 3.7 mil, but I think for next season I'm gonna raise that a bit. I think I have to raise ticket prices as well. As you can see when you click plus right there, it adds ticket prices right there, but you have to be careful with this because sometimes if you raise it too high, nobody is gonna come to your stadium and stuff. But it's okay if you need to just watch it a little bit and see how it goes. Let's look at the Champions League here. My win bonuses for the Champions League for players was 7.5 mil. I think for next season it's gonna be much higher because I'm really anxious to win silverware next season. I think I'm gonna do everything that I can to win a silverware. As you can see here, the ticket price is still the same as in the league, but I think I have to change this number. I have to make these numbers different because some competitions are more important than the league. So we're gonna see how we do next season. And then you can see here in the cup competition is the same way. I think I should have raised that a bit. Maybe that's why we didn't really like go through anything this season. As you can see, the player bonuses is the same as it was in the league with 3.75 mil, which isn't really. I think it's a lot of money looking at how much money we have right now. I think we can afford it to raise it up a little bit. I think we have to raise up the ticket prices as well. Uh, that's really about that. We don't really have to look at this because I don't really pay attention to the friendlies and the association matches and stuff. I just do it just to be there, but I don't really pay attention. The stuff that I pay attention to the most is the league and the Champions League and the cup competition. I think that's that really about this video. If you guys have any questions, please drop them down in the comment section and let me know what you guys think about this video. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe and drop a like, and I'll see you guys on season 7. I'm out.